Okay, good afternoon. Okay, let us discuss first yung multiple choice, okay, sa negotiable instrument law. Okay, yung first part ng MC. Okay, multiple choice number 1. Okay, sabi dyan, under the negotiable instrument law, a certificate of stock is not negotiable instrument because it lacks the requisites of. Ang answer dyan is letter A. It must contain an unconditional promise or order to pay a sum certain in money. Kaya ibig sabihin yung okay, certificate of stock, okay, non-negotiable instrument siya kasi it does not contain unconditional promise or order to pay a sum certain in money. Take note that certificate of stock, even though they are transferable, di ba? Okay, in fact, sometimes ang tawag dyan ay quasi-negotiable instrument. Pero non-negotiable instrument siya, kaya hindi mag-apply yung Act number 2031 kasi it does not contain unconditional promise or order to pay a sum certain in money. Absent yung requirement number 2 ng section 1. Okay. Sa multiple choice number 2, which of the following instrument is negotiable daw? Ang sagot is letter A. Bali, pay to be or order 1,000 and reimburse yourself out of my money in your hands. Kasi dito, yung indication ng particular fund is just a source of reimbursement. Okay, pero take note, pag yung indication ng particular fund, yun yung source of payment, then it becomes non-negotiable because it does not contain unconditional promise or order to pay a sum certain in money. Yung letter C naman, non-negotiable siya kasi wala siya year. Kaya hindi siya payable on demand or at a fixed or determinable future time. Letter D, please to let the bearer have 1,000 and place to any account and you will oblige. Signed A is also non-negotiable. Okay? Now, ang sagot is letter A. Now, punta tayo doon sa multiple choice number 3. Now, one of the requisites of negotiable instrument is that it must contain unconditional promise or order to pay a sum certain in money. Which of the following denotes non-negotiability? Okay? Ang sagot natin dito sa number 3 is letter B. I promise to pay to the order of Y the sum of 600 and to deliver 1/4 of the rice harvest in my farm. Okay, bakit siya non-negotiable? Kasi ang ginamit dito is and. That is an order or promise to do an act in addition to the payment of money. It's non-negotiable. Okay, ito naman, letter A, promise to pay to the order of L the sum of 900 at DBP Manila. Okay, negotiable naman yan. Provided lang, of course, merong syempreng signature. Okay, pero okay, on assumption na okay yung content lang yung tanong dito. Sa actual board exam to before nun sa 1997. Okay, I promise to pay N or bearer in Manila the sum of 18,000 in Philippine pesos or US dollar. Okay, hindi naman nakaka-affect sa negotiable character ng instrumento. Okay, kasi co-convert lang yan into Philippine peso using the current exchange rate. Okay, yung letter D naman, I promise to pay or bearer in the Manila the sum of 27,000 in Philippine peso or US dollar at the option of the holder. Okay, it will also not affect the negotiable character of the instrument. Now, kaya dito ang sagot is letter B kasi nga dahil ginamit is N. Okay, that is an order or promise to do an act in addition to the payment of money is non-negotiable. Okay, for multiple choice number 4, promissory note daw is signed in behalf of the principal by an agent as follows. Juan de la Cruz, per procuration, Manuel S. Cañete. Okay, this operates as notice that the agent has, di ba sabi natin sa signature by procuration, okay, nagsaserve siya as notice to all that the agent has a limited authority to sign. Okay, and the principal is liable only if the agent in so signing the instrument is acting within the scope of his authority. Kaya lumalabas dito, ang sagot natin sa number 4 is letter D. Letter D. Bali, a limited authority to sign and the principal is bound only in case the agent in so signing acted within the actual limit of his authority. Okay, kaya pag tinignan nyo sa problem, pag nakalagay ng per procuration, per prop or PP, Warning yan that the agent has a limited authority to sign. And the agent, in so signing the instrument, is acting within the scope of his authority. Okay, now, next, but that is a multiple choice number 5. Which of these is not requisite of negotiability of a bill of exchange? Okay, letter A, it must be in writing, okay, and signed by the drawer, of course, required dyan sa bill of exchange. Okay, second, it must contain unconditional promise to pay a sum certain money. Okay, that is not required. Kasi ang unconditional promise, nag-a-apply yan sa negotiable promissory note. Kaya sagot is letter B. Yung C naman, it must be payable on demand or at a fixed or determinable future time. Okay, required siya. Okay, and letter D, it must be payable to order or to bearer. Okay, and letter E is none of the above. Kaya dito ang sagot is letter B. Okay, mali yung letter B kasi hindi kailangan ng unconditional promise, kailangan ng unconditional order to pay. Okay, for multiple choice number 6, this check is not an order for bank to pay but merely a reminder between the parties of what the drawer owes the payee. Okay, that is actually a memorandum check. Okay, ang sagot natin is letter A. Okay, yung memorandum check, okay, yun yung answer natin. Okay, kasi yan nga, pag may memorandum, okay, may mem or memo na nakalagay doon sa face ng check, okay, ina-acknowledge lang nung drawer yung kanyang indebtedness sa payee. At ang understanding between the drawer and the payee is that the payee should not present it to the drawee bank. Pero by the way, pag ang memorandum check, present yan for okay, payment sa drawee bank at dinishonored yan for lack of sufficient fund, then liable ang drawer okay for violation of BP22. Kasi ang BP22, it does not make any distinction as to what kind of check. It covers all kinds of check, including memorandum check. Okay, for multiple choice number 7, this check has thrown on its face 2 transversal parallel lines, the effect of which is that the check cannot be encashed but only be deposited. Okay, kapag may nakita kayong dalawang parallel line drawn diagonally doon sa upper left-hand corner ng check, we call it cross. Okay, kaya ang sagot dyan is letter C, cross-check. Pakitandaan niyo nga pala yung legal effect ng crossing of check. Okay, ulitin ko lang, sabi ng Supreme Court sa case ng Diocampo versus Gatchalian, okay, there are 3 legal effects of crossing a check. Number 1, it serves as a warning that the check has been issued for a definite purpose. Second, it cannot be encashed, that is only for deposit. And last, it can be endorsed only once to the person having a bank account. Kaya ang sagot natin is letter C. Multiple choice number 8, this instrument is inherently non-negotiable. Siyempre, check negotiable kung lahat ng requisite, okay, ng section 1 are present, promissory note, ganun din, bill of exchange. Yung treasury warrant. Kasi ang treasury warrant by its nature are non-negotiable because these are subject to condition which are existence of a government fund. Kaya it does not contain unconditional promise or order to pay a sum certain in money. Answer is no. Multiple choice number 9, an instrument which is not dated will be considered dated as the time of course, okay, issuance. Okay, pursuant to section 17, paragraph letter C. Okay, issuance, letter D. Okay, next, number 10, X issued a check in favor of his creditor Y. It reads, pay to Y the amount of 700,000, okay, 7,100 pesos, signed X. What amount should be construed as true in such a case? Okay, ang problema, di ba, when the sum payable expressed in word and also in figure, and this discrepancy between the two, the amount expressed in word is a sum payable. Okay? Pero ang sabi ng batas doon sa section 17, di ba? But if the, amount, the sum payable expressed in word is ambiguous, then reference may be made to the figure. Ang problema, yung amount expressed in word, ambiguous, 7,100. Kaya you may refer to the figure. Ang sagot is letter A, 700,000. Okay, multiple choice number 11. Which of the following omission on the face of an instrument will render it non-negotiable? Okay, yung letter A, omission of the date of issuance. No, it will not affect the negotiable character of the instrument. Okay, it will be treated, considered as date of. Okay, kung okay, omission of date of issue, no effect. Okay, sa negotiable character ng instrument. Okay, letter B, the omission of any statement the value has been given, no effect din. Kasi mag-apply lang dito yung section 24 that every negotiable instrument are deemed prima facie to be issued for valuable consideration. Kaya lumalabas consideration is always presumed. The omission of the place where the instrument was thrown, okay, hindi rin makaka-affect sa negotiable character ng instrument yan. So supplement lang yan ang section 73. Okay, letter D, the omission of the signature of the maker above his typewritten name. The answer is D. Kasi absent yung requirement ng section 1. Okay, it must be in writing and signed by the maker or the drawer. Kasi without signature, okay, that is considered as a mere scrap of paper. Kaya ang sagot dyan is letter D. For number 12 naman, it is a written confession of action by the defendant acknowledging his indebtedness to the plaintiff after the action has been filed. Okay? Now, ang ano dyan is cognobit actionen siya. Okay, ano may ibig sabihin ng relicta verificationem? Ito naman yung relicta verificationem, nagkaroon ka ng admission of liability by withdrawal of defense. Kaya dito ang sagot is letters. Yung cognobit actionen, okay, nagkaroon ka ng admission or acknowledgement, okay, ng liability, okay, after filing in court. Kaya ang sagot is okay, pero pag before filing in court, then yun yung warrant of attorney to confess judgment. Okay, and that is of course null and void. Okay, answer is correct. For number 13, which of the following instrument is non-negotiable? Okay, letter A, pay to pay or order 20,000 out of my cash in your possession. Okay, that the indication of particular fund is the source of payment. Kaya ang effect, the instrument is non-negotiable. Okay? Ang sagot, letter A, kasi ang tanong is non-negotiable. Yung letter B, negotiable. Pay to pay or order 20,000 and reimburse yourself out of my cash in your possession. Dito yung indication ng particular fund, hindi siya source of payment, source of reimbursement lang siya. That's why it will not destroy the negotiable character of the instrument. Letter C, I promise to pay or order 20,000, signed D. All the requisite of negotiable promissory note are present. And letter D, pay to pay or order 20,000, addressed to X, signed by D. All the requisite under of negotiable bill of exchange are also present. That's why negotiable. Okay, answer is letter A. Non-negotiable yung letter A. Okay, multiple choice number 14. Which of these is a valid endorsement of an instrument payable to the order of D 400,000? Okay. Okay. Sa number 14, ang sagot natin is letter ito. Okay? Allowed yung and or. Ito bawal. By the way, nasobrahan siguro to ng 0. I think this should be 60,000 pesos. Okay? 60,000. Okay? Lumalabas, partial endorsement. Kasi di ba sa endorsement, it must be the endorsement of the entire instrument. Kaya kung partial endorsement, not allowed. Assignment lang siya. Ito naman, 2 or more endorsee severally. Okay? Pero ito allowed to. Okay? Saka yung or. Kaya ang sagot dito is letter E. Okay? Ang sagot is letter E. For multiple choice number 15, A makes a promissory note payable to the order of B but deliver it to C, who may be considered holder of the note. Okay? Tingnan niyo yung problem dito. Payable to order siya, pero ginawa, dineliver kay C. Eh kung payable to order, dapat may endorsement completed by delivery. Now, since walang endorsement, dineliver lang, hindi yan magko-consider as valid negotiation, kaya walang holder. Ang tawag kay C is only an assignee. Okay? Assignee lang siya. Kaya dito ang tanong is, who may be considered holder of the note? The answer is neither B nor C. Okay? Hindi rin pwede maging holder si B kasi lumalabas, wala na siyang possession. Kasi pag order instrument, para maging holder ka, kailangan merong endorsement, okay, followed by delivery. Pero kung bearer instrument, mere delivery lang, okay, okay na. Okay, ang problema dito kay C, hindi nga siya okay in-endorse. Si B naman, hindi rin siya pwede maging holder kasi wala na siyang possession. Okay? Now, next, punta tayo sa number 16. Bali, A daw is maker of a promissory note. Okay, 400,000 payable to the order of B who negotiate the same in favor of C. Now C loses the note and is found by X who forged the signature of C and pretending to be C, negotiate the note to D, D to E, E to F, and F to G with a holder in due course. Under the circumstances, which of this is not an incorrect statement? Medyo ma-confuse ka, not an incorrect. Ibig sabihin, correct statement ang hinahanap natin. Okay, ang answer dito sa number 16 is letter B. The signature of C being forged, it becomes inoperative and payment cannot be enforced as against him. Okay? Kasi dito, bali finorge yung signature C. Yung letter A, bakit ito naging false? Being a holder in due course, you can recover from maker A. No, false yan. Kasi kahit holder in due course ka, now since ang defense ni A dito is forgery, which is a real defense, it can be set up against any holder, including a holder in due course. Yung letter C naman is not liable to F precisely because he was not the one who forged the signature of C. Okay, o bakit siya false? False yan kasi liable si A because subsequent endorser siya. Okay, binayolate niya yung kanyang warranty that the instrument is genuine in all respect what it purport to be. Yung letter D naman, X is not liable to any party to the instrument since his name does not appear thereon. That is also false. Kasi in general rule, di ba sa section 18, no person shall be liable on the instrument whose signature does not appear thereon except number 1, yung forger. Kaya yung forger, liable siya. Even though his actual signature does not appear on the instrument. Okay, the answer here is letter B. Number 17, the following are all personal defenses except, syempre, fraud in factum, legal. Insertion of a wrong date is a personal defense. Incomplete but delivered. Okay? Lumalabas incomplete siya pero delivered, personal defense. Absence or failure consideration under section 28, personal defense lang. Kaya di malabas ang real defense lang yung letter A. Fraud in factum. Okay, for number 18, this endorsement makes the endorser a mere assigner of title to the instrument and thus decreases his liability. Pag mere assigner of title ka, qualified yan by putting the word without recourse or word of similar import. Okay, lumalabas is qualified endorsement. Okay, qualified endorsement. Answer is letter B. Okay. Now, next. Okay, pay to C for collection only. Sign B is an example of restrictive type of endorsement which is classified as agency type. Yan yung paragraph letter B ng section 36. Okay, letter B. Okay, agency type. Okay, which of this, number 20, which of these constitute a real defense? Fraud in factum, real. Extrinsic fraud is, okay, lumalabas is only a personal defense. Insertion of a wrong date is a personal defense. Absence or failure consideration is also a personal defense. Yung real defense is fraud in factum or fraud in esse contractus. Okay? Lumalabas yung extrinsic fraud dyan. Yan yung simple fraud or fraud in inducement. Okay? Defective delivery is also personal defense. Kaya ang sagot is A. Okay, for number 21, A as maker makes a promissory note for 500,000 payable to the order of B as payee. The note is successively negotiated from B to C, okay, to D. Then D died leaving us only heirs. S become the owner of the note. Okay, by operation of law through succession. Letter C, by operation of law. Okay, for number 22, X found a check on the street drawn by Y against ABC Bank with Z as payee. Okay, si X daw, finorge yung signature ni Z, okay, as an endorser, then endorse it personally and delivered it to DF Bank. The latter in turn endorsed it to ABC Bank, which charged it to the Y account. Y later sued ABC Bank, okay, but it set up forgery as its defense. Will it prosper? Okay, ang sagot is letter D. Okay, yes, since ABC Bank is bound to know the signature of Y, its client. Okay, now, ito ang problema dito. Okay, may comment lang ako dito. Okay, ang pinorge dito, actually, kung titingnan nyo, hindi naman pinorge yung signature ng drawer. Okay? Ang pinorge dito, yung signature nung payee and as endorser. Mali yung reason actually. But take note, this is a 2011 bar exam. Okay? Dapat ang reason dyan is, tama naman yung sagot. Okay? Lumalabas, the drawee bank cannot debit na account the depositor. Okay? Pero dapat ang reason, not because the drawee bank is supposed to know the signature of the depositor. Pero the drawee bank cannot debit the account of the depositor because the drawee bank failed to comply the order of the drawer. Okay? Kasi lumalabas, kung pinorge dito yung signature ng payee, di ba, lumalabas ang order kasi dito ng drawer, di ba, dun sa drawee bank, halimbawa, pay to the order of X. Meaning, sinasabi niya, bayaran mo si X or order ni X. Pero since pinorge yung signature dito nung endorser, hindi kinomply nung drawee bank yung order ng drawer. Pero kung pinorge dito yung signature ng mismong drawer, then ang dapat na sagot, okay, ganun din. The drawee bank cannot debit the account of the depositor because the drawee bank is supposed to know the signature of the depositor, which is his client. Pero tingnan nyo dito, nangyari, hindi pinorge yung signature, okay, nung drawer, but rather pinorge yung signature, okay, nung payee. Okay, now, kaya nakalagay X forge say signature. Okay? Pero wala nang better answer dyan kung hindi yung letter D. Mali rin yung letter C kasi hindi naman personal defense ang forgery. Forgery is of course a real defense. Okay, answer is dog. For multiple choice number 23, Beer borrowed 1 million from L and offered to him his BMW car worth 1 million as collateral. B then executed a promissory note that reads, okay, I, B, promise to pay L or bearer the amount of 1 million and to keep my BMW car loan collateral free from any of the encumbrances. Sign B is this note negotiable. Siyempre non-negotiable yan. Bakit? Kasi ang ginamit na conjunction is and. That is an order or promise to do an act in addition to the payment of money, kaya non-negotiable siya. Kaya ang sagot dyan is letter D. Bali, no, since it contains a promise to do an act in addition to the payment of money is non-negotiable. Okay, for number 24, in a signature by procuration, the principal is bound only in case the agent acted within the actual limit of his authority. The signature of the agent daw in such a case operate as notice that he has, okay, lumalabas limited authority to sign. Okay? Katatandaan niyo yung provision sa signature by procuration as by signature by procuration operate as a notice that the agent has a limited authority to sign. And the principal is liable only if the agent in so signing the instrument is acting within the scope of his authority. Kaya ang sagot is letter. Okay, for number 25, which of the following are wrong construction in interpretation of negotiable instruments? Okay, ang sagot natin dito is letter T. Interest stipulated run from the date it's issued. Okay, tingnan natin ha, yung letter A, word prevail over figure. Di ba syempre, sabi ng section 17 paragraph A, pag may conflict between amount expressed in word and in figure, di ba? Magpre-prevail yung amount expressed in word than the figure. Kung meron namang conflict between written word and printed provision, magpre-prevail yung written provision over the printed provision because the written provision is the manifest intention ng party. Okay, ngayon, if the instrument is undated, the instrument is deemed dated as its issue. Tama rin, section 17 paragraph C. Pero dun sa letter D kasi, di ba pag meron daw agreement, ng stipulation, but it does not mention when the interest will commence to run. The interest will commence to run from the date of the instrument. If the instrument is not dated, from the issue thereof. Okay? Kaya, kung walang date yung instrument, saka lang magiging date of issue. Okay? Kaya mali yung letter D. Okay? Bali, dito muna tayo. Okay, gagawa ko ng separate. Okay, video na lang for the lecture naman. Balik tayo. Okay.